I will be doing a quick tank review for the American Tier 3 Premium Light Tank, the M22 Locust. This premium vehicle, it is quite good for a Tier 3 Premium Light Tank. As a premium tank, you can use it as a crew trainer for your American Light Tank crew members, which you can put any of them who is a commander, gunner, and driver into this tank while making extra credits at the same time. What is good about the M22 Locust? It is quite a versatile light tank, so you can switch roles in a hurry if you have to, while the vehicle being a light tank, it is quite mobile, having high rate of fire, so you can easily finish a enemy tank off in a hurry if you have to. Besides that, let's get into the vehicle stats. The firepower. Let's begin off with that. What is good about the 37mm gun? Exactly. You have a very good aiming time and rate of fire, so you can make use of this when you are on the move firing at a enemy tank to hit them really reliably enough most of the time if you are at a close enough distance to do so. The gun accuracy, it is okay, 0.41, which means you can technically snipe with this gun when it comes to medium to short distances only. The major drawback to this gun is the damage and the pen value of the gun. You can penetrate most vehicles easily enough from the front, especially when you are top tier or going up against a thinly armored target. Besides that, you will have a problem penning heavily armored vehicles at tier 4 and 5 area with this gun at times. So, flanking the enemy side and rear, it is important if you have to damage them. The damage output per shot, it is quite low, so to finish a enemy tank in a hurry, you have to fire a lot of rounds into them in a short amount of time. With the rate of fire and the loading time of the gun, that is not going to be a issue for you. The turret traverse is good, just like the hull. Turret at 43, so the turret can turn around quickly enough if it have to in a hurry. The gun depression downward is good, -10, so you can hill fight with this if you have to. Gun elevation upward, it is good, at 29. The damage per minute with this gun, it is good, 1.1k, so you can do a good amount of damage in a minute if you can land and penetrate all of the 28 rounds per minute from this gun, which means there is a chance for you to run out of ammo in theory due to the high rate of fire of this gun. Being a low tier light tank, your survivability, it is rubbish. Hit points 250. That means you can take a few hits before you are killed. Besides that, you are an easy target to a lot of vehicles that will be going up against you, especially howitzers. If they hit you with a HE round, then they may be able to one-shot you. The vehicle armor, it is rubbish as well. Being a person vehicle, all of the modules, crew members can be damaged easily enough. Armor in the front, it is 25 for both. Hull, it is 13 for the side and rear. Turret, rear and side, it is 25. So everything can penetrate you easily enough. Whenever you are top tier and you angle the armor well enough, then there is a chance for you to ricochet low penning guns when you are top tier only. Besides that, everything can penetrate you easily enough. Now, the mobility of this tank, it is quite good for weighing about 7 tons. With the 192 horsepower engine, you will have about 27 horsepower to 1 ton. That means when you are on flat terrain going in a straight line or going downhill, you can easily reach the 64-kilometer mark. The reverse speed, it is good at 20. The the halt reverse is good, 43, just like the turret. So the turret and the hull can turn around in a hurry if it have to. Now, the concealment for this light tank, it is quite good when you are moving or just staying still. To improve the camouflage rating when you are on the move or when you are sitting still being a passive scout, you can go with the camouflage paint, camouflage net, and the camouflage perk to increase the camouflage rating in this area. Now with the spotting stats for the tank. The radio, it is not that great nor bad at 400 meters, with the average view range of most vehicles at this tier being around 330 meters. With coated optics or binocular telescope being used, you can increase the view range when it is being used. Based upon what role you want to play out more than others. You can be a very good passive or at the active scout if you have the coated optics or the binocular telescope equipped onto this vehicle. As this is a premium vehicle, you have nothing to research. Now, let's cover the consumables, the ammunition layout, and the equipment that you are going to be using on the M22 Locust. Let's begin off with the consumables. At this tier, you may or may not want to use them, so it is up to you. Consumables, if you are going to be using any of them, go with a repair kit, first aid kit, and then to increase the engine power and the turret traverse speed even more if you have the gold or the credits laying around, go with the octane gasoline consumable or the case of cola here to increase the crew by 10% when it is being used in a match. This vehicle carries a good amount of ammo, 50 rounds. Most of the matches that you are going to be in with this vehicle, you will never run out of ammo in most matches, except in theory when you are in a long match, then there is a chance for you to run out of ammo due to the high rate of fire if the match goes on long enough. The majority of the ammo you are going to be using it is AP and APCR. AP can penetrate most targets easily enough from the front, side, or rear if you know where to shoot at. APCR, I would only save this ammo type against heavily armored tier 4s and 5s. Well, you know you can hit them reliably enough from the front, especially knowing the weak spot of those vehicles. A PCR, it is relatively cheap. 2 gold or 800 credits. HG, it is a useful ammo type to use still against other semi-armor targets that you will be facing up against when you are top tier. The equipment that you are going to be using, it is up to you how you want to play the M22 for the most part. The equipment will affect how well you will be performing one of the many roles that the M22 Locust can do easily enough in a match. I went with the enhanced vertical coil spring to make my tracks much more durable when I am going off a ledge while taking a reduced amount of damage. Vents to improve the crew and the tank performance by a bit. The other pieces of equipment that you can use to suit your personal preference: the enhanced gun lane drive to reduce the aiming time by 10%, fuel engine enhancement, coated optics, binocular telescope, camouflage net. It is a good idea if you want to be somewhat of a medium to a short distance sniper while being a passive scout as well when you are not being lit up. Besides that, the rest of the equipment here doesn't help the M22 Locust out that much. Now I will be covering the ways that you are going to be playing the M22 Locust. This vehicle have normal matchmaking from tier 3 to up to tier 5 maximum. This means whenever the M22 Locust is top tier, you can do quite well if you play towards the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses. When you are in a tier 4 or 5 match, you can do well enough still if you primarily play as a active or as a passive scout or as a support tank, as you will have a problem pinning tier 4 and 5 vehicles at times if you do not know where to aim at. The roles that the M22 Locust can fill are a lot for being a light tank. You can play this as a very aggressive front line light tank, as a support tank, as a flanking tank, as a medium to a short distance sniper, as a active or as a passive scout if you have to. The good thing that I like about the M22 Locust with the rate of fire and the mobility of the vehicle that it does offer you, you can switch in between all of these roles if you have to when you are switching sides of the map in a hurry. I have one replay to show you how well you can do in the M22 Locust. Let's go to that replay now. This replay, I am top tier to show you how well you can do in this vehicle. Let us speed this replay up a bit. I accidentally drove into the chuck tank there. I am showing you the vehicle, how well you can get to the top speed of the vehicle. At the beginning of the match, a friendly tank accidentally damaged a ally. Using my mobility here, I am getting to an area where I can light up targets for my allies, so they know where they are. Seeing the UC2 PDR there, and nothing else in the base area, I fire blindly to see if I hit it or not. I am pointing out where I last saw the 2-pounder here. This UC and the Cruiser 1 here, I use my mobility and the rate of fire to finish the vehicle off at this range. The Cruiser 1 took out my engine, which is going to hurt me. If I had a repair kit to be used at this time, I would have had repair the engine. Even with a damaged engine, this vehicle it is mobile enough still, especially when you are going downhill only. With a damaged engine, you can reach the 64-kilometer mark easily enough, just with the momentum alone. I am firing at this cruiser 3 here, miss the first 2 shots. The third, fourth, and fifth shot finish it off. Now I am waiting for the enemies to come forward so I can finish them off. The T2 medium here, with the assistance of my teammate, I finished it off in a hurry. The M2 medium there, I finished it off there. The Locust here finished me off there. This tank, I did quite well in this match for being a top tier vehicle. I got myself 5 kills. With those 5 kills, I did about 550 damage, which is pretty good. So I did about twice of my hit points in damage for being a top tier tank. Well, almost getting a top gun in the process here. Let's go to the garage now to do a brief recap on the M22 Locust. Let's do a brief recap on the M22 Locust tank. This vehicle, it is quite good for its tier. It is quite agile, have a high rate of fire gun, which you can use to your advantage to finish a enemy tank off in a hurry if you have to. The M22 Locust having such a good mobility, and if you equip it properly, it can fill many roles in a match if it have to in a hurry, or switch in between them, determine what is going on in a match. The vehicle itself, if you play toward its strengths and weaknesses, you can do quite well in this vehicle for being a premium tank. As a premium tank, this is a good crew trainer to use for your American light tank crew that you are working on, while making extra credit at this tier still. Overall, the M22 Locust are one of those tanks that is good and it is bad at the same time, based upon how well you can actually drive this vehicle and use it in a match. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the M22 Locust and how to use it properly. If you like this video, leave a like, a comment, and even follow my channel as well. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone!